These models now can start to tell you like, hey, what's going on? And you don't have to have a human use an
Yeah,
LLM. It could be a machine to a machine saying, okay, this identity is doing something. These are the behavior patterns. What do we do? Oh, okay, it looks like this identity now needs access to the system, but let's do just in time. Like it's just there's so much that can be done with the data, and the data is going to be the key to unlocking this next wave of identity. And frankly, we want to talk about AI agent identity. You cannot. I'm gonna say this right now. You cannot do it whether it's mapped to a carbon entity or not unless you have that reference architecture behind you,
100%. Yeah, yeah.
right? Otherwise, you're just going to have very, very blocky policies that just won't be able to cover all these weird edge cases and all of that.
It won't be adaptive either. I think the big, the big area we have, or the big sort of era we're facing now is absolutely
Hmm.
it's data led, obviously, but equally, I think organizations have to be adaptive. That example about the Starbucks thing, if you aren't aware of your the sort of battle that you're trying to win and fight, you're just going to lose. You're going to lose because a disruptive startup is going to come in, find a niche,
Yep.
fracture your incumbent
Yep.
position, and then you're reacting. And as soon as you start reacting, you're going to be not competitive and you're not going to be
Well,
sustainable.
and we're seeing that with DeepSeek right now versus the other ones. But just to round off, because I did ramble there, I had my coffee because it's very early for me. No, but I was just saying CDO. I think the CDO is going to become
Mm.
should be a very important resource because if the CISO is charged with, mitigating risk for the business, modeling risk, understanding risk, and the CDO is there to understand all of the organizational's data, right? Improve efficiencies, create new opportunities. The two, if they come together, is a very good, whether, with the
Yeah.
CIO involved or whatever, those two can really rely on each other because now you can say, hey, we want to drive efficiencies. We might have these very old blocky security approaches. How can we use data to improve employee authentication or employee access, right? Or let's get into just in time.
Well,
You need data for that.
you do, and the flip point I'd add to there is that you don't necessarily know what the problem is, and by that I mean
Mm,
you mentioned authentication for example. So you say, oh, I've got terrible shopping cart experience. Okay, well, that's easy to tie to the MFA being just a garbage user experience, but you might not actually know that abandoned shopping cart is the real problem. You might be thinking, right, it's our brand, it's our message, we're not getting enough people through the funnel or whatever it could be. Actually, it probably isn't. You just need to convert the ones that you have.